Good morning, everyone. It is Chloe here from Scratch Magazine. I hope you're all doing well and you all had a lovely weekend. I'm very excited to be with you today because I'll be speaking to Layla from the Beauty Business Academy, and she'll be telling us all about the Together We Teach course. Now, the Together We Teach course is a great way if you're thinking of becoming an educator. It's a 12-week programme if you're thinking of taking that next step in your career and teaching budding nail pros. So we'll be finding out all about that today. So I'm really, really excited to find out more, how the course is delivered and why it's ideal for people who are looking to become educators. So I'm just waiting for Layla to join now. I'm just going to invite her on. And Layla, if you're there, if you could please request to join, that'd be great. But yeah, other than that, this will be saved to our IGTV. So if you do have to dip out any Facebook and our Scratch TV, so it'll come back. If you do have to miss out, that's all. I've just accepted you on Layla, so it should. Oh, I believe she's here now.
Hello.
Hi, Layla. How are you?
Yeah,
I'm good, thank you.
really well. How are
nice
you?
to start on Monday morning.
I mean, hello, summer. A few months late.
I know.
Of
course, weather comes back as soon as the kids go back to school.
I mean, I'm not complaining because I've got a day next to a pool today. I can't lie. Not here to make anyone jealous or anything, but I'm a member of a brand new hotel in Bournemouth, and it has the most stunning pool, and it's all based on Miami. Yeah, so I've got a bed there with my name on it today.
Obviously, let's get right into it. So obviously we're here to talk about Together We Teach. So do you want to tell us a bit about the course and what it is?
Yeah, so basically, you know, I've been an educator. Well, actually, let me just take you back a little bit further. My own training company is actually 18 years old this month. It's my birthday month for my academy. But about 12 years ago, I actually started teaching other people how to teach. And in complete transparency, it was for them to go out there and teach my courses. And some of them are still my amazing educators. Some of them have gone on to do write their own training material and deliver their own courses. Some of them are working in colleges. Some of them are brand ambassadors for some of the biggest brands in the UK. And so when I see people post on social media like, oh, I'm thinking of becoming an educator, or how do I become a trainer or educator? And it actually is a bit of a minefield, and there's no one way method. And so I thought, you know what, our industry needs a industry focused, a custom tailored teacher training course or program for anyone in the hair, aesthetic, nail, lash, beauty industry that can basically leverage their skills into a whole new income stream and make money away from the nail desk. And that's what Together We Teach is. It's my teacher training program.
It's delivered over the course of 12 weeks. So can you explain a bit about how it's delivered and how people can sort of learn from it?
Yeah, so obviously in the way of the world now is people love online digital assets. So they can go back to them, watch them in their own time, watch some of it maybe 2 or 3 times before it actually lands. And I actually teach that in the very first module, in the way that we take in information as humans. We need to know that information if we're going to become an educator, because some of our students that are going to come to our nail courses are just not going to get whatever it is that you're showing them at the nail desk, but they'll totally get it if they're left at home on their own, reading a manual in the bath, in the bed, on the toilet, whatever, but that's one way that someone's going to learn information, whereas another person would like to watch it in a video, whereas another person would like to listen to it and not need to see anything. We all learn in so many different ways. So right from the beginning, I teach people how we take in information so it stays. Because we don't just want to make the next generation of nail techs. We want to make bloody good nail techs, that understand product safety, understand keeping the standards high in our industry that we protect. And then it's not just about the money then, it's about impact, and it's about our own legacy, and it's about how we have, shaped our industry when we decide to put down the tools for the, very last time, or because we're making money online as in a way that we don't need to be so much, you know, in our business at our nail desk, because we've got this way of teaching people all around the world online. So the course very much touch points on all of those ways. So we have pre-training videos, so people can go back time and time again. They can watch it in their own time. We have live training videos, so live workshops for those that really like the whole community feel and actually want to ask questions in real time. We have obviously manuals, because we love a manual in our industry. So every video is complemented with a training manual underneath. We have coaching calls by myself. So every week we get on a Zoom call together, and you know, I've been teaching this for a while now, so I see the value in the coaching calls. Everyone shows up for them. Everyone comes with their questions. Everyone is asking questions about a course they've just watched, but they want to ask something that maybe I forgot to mention in the video. Maybe there's a challenge that they're facing in their salon. So it's for anything that, you know, didn't get covered in the recording, you know, the kind of the extra. And then we also have an expert panel. So, you know, it's not just about me showing up every week, even though I do that for them. It's about other people that are already training, some of my own trainers, some of the ladies that have gone through my teacher training program. And I have got everyone in there, from hairdressers to nail technicians to ladies teaching massage courses, you know, people that just want to get off the salon floor completely, you know, and they just want to create online courses.
Oh, no, absolutely. And I love the fact that you have so many different ways of learning, and there's such a focus, and it's so tailored individually. So at the end of the course, what do they sort of achieve out of it? Do they get a qualification, and what sort of support is there afterwards?
Yeah. So included in my teacher training program, they do get their AET. Now, that is the big debate out there. Some people, you know, will stick to that, and that is their route, and that is fine. The AET route, and it is included, is really for anyone who's looking for maybe a more superior job. So maybe going into the local college, wants to start working in further education. You need that government recognised qualification to be able to get that job. But this is the bit where I have to be really, really transparent with this conversation. I'm not really here to get people more jobs. I'm trying to give people financial freedom. I'm trying to get people to not have to be in their own job so much as a nail tech, you know? This is about having money coming in when they're asleep. I know it sounds really cliche, but I've been doing this for 18 years. So I am, you know, I actually moved back to the UK a year and a half ago. My training company, you probably know this, Chloe, we've been going 18 years now, and I was living in Marbella. I was living in another country. You know, it doesn't matter. You don't have to pick up tools anymore to make money with your skills. So that's that's the drum I'm beating. That's my message to everyone, is that you have skills that go far beyond the nail desk. Don't think the moment you put your nail brush down, your acrylic brush down, that you stop making money, because that is so not even so last year, it's so many years ago, you know. And the one thing that I noticed, so like I said, I've been doing this now 12 years, been teaching others to teach in our industry for 12 years. And if there is one area that I know people get hung up on time after time after time, it's public speaking. It's not even like how to do the thing, because you guys know how to do the thing. You do it. You probably go home, bore your partners, husbands, boyfriends, whatever, to death, talking about work, and or a technique that you've just learned, or a YouTube video you've just watched, and you've got this new skill. Like, you can do this stuff in your sleep. That's not the problem. The problem for people, and this is purely just from what I've witnessed over the years, is the fear of judgment. It's the fear of what clients are going to think when you start training. It's the fear of, well, who's going to pay me to teach them? It's all of those mind monkeys. It's all of those fears that stop people from going on a live like now. That fears them standing in front of a classroom if it's face-to-face training, or on a Zoom workshop if it's online training, which is why in my training program, I have a whole module. The whole module is dedicated to public speaking. And I have a whole trademarked framework, which is called the speech to teach method. And, you know, I go back to when I was doing this before I even joined Instagram and social media, when I was doing my face-to-face teacher training. And I used to give all of my ladies topics to come and, you know, stand in front of, you know, a safe space to everybody else. And it'd be things like, teach us how to apply lipstick. Teach us how to walk in high heels. You know, things that we don't even have to think about doing. We're already picking it up and doing it. We're not thinking about the steps. But I teach them the framework that makes people remember, and then support that with a resource. So maybe it was a step-by-step on how to put high heels on, how to put your left foot in front of your right foot, and, you know, all of, and it removed the, you know, the overwhelm. It's like, oh my God, I wear high heels every day. I put lipstick on every day. I know how to talk that. So I think we get so wrapped up in, and I actually call it conveniently wrapped up. We get so conveniently complicated about everything, but it's really quite simple. So I have a whole module 5 is dedicated to public speaking, and this is where the breakthroughs happen. So included in my training, which is an online 12-week coaching program, there is right at the end a face-to-face live training day, which is called Together We Teach Live.
It's got those sort of two ways of doing it as well, and I think, as you say,
it's got everything.
As you say, people have so many mental barriers, you know, to stop them from doing that sort of thing. So the fact you've got those modules to sort of cover where people might, you know, doubt themselves or be a bit weaker on, that's really, really good.
Chloe, I've had people lock themselves in toilets. I've had to get them, bust them out of a toilet, a cubicle. I've had husbands come back 3-hour journeys, like from Wales, and I'm in down south. So I'd have husbands coming back, you know, on the road for 3 hours to pick up their wives, and I wouldn't let them go. I would not let them go. I'd be like, you need to go back home, mister, because she's here to grow. And we only grow, again, sorry with the cliches, you know, stuff, but we grow outside of our comfort zone, you know, so don't take her away from me. She's paid to be here financially. She's taken herself out of her salon diary, so she's committed, you know, she's not taking money at work now at the salon. Don't let her stay in this little cozy, you know, space. Let her grow, because on the other side of that, there's money, there's income, there's impact, there's freedom.
And obviously you mentioned you've got a spin-off sort of about Course Creator Academy. So do you want to speak a bit about that as well?
Yes. Yeah, because what I noticed again, because like I said, I've been doing this 12 years now, the teacher training process, is that not everybody wants the teacher training qualification. And that's okay, because there's so many different outcomes with turning your knowledge into another income stream. You know, there's so many different outcomes, and everyone comes with all their different lifestyle expectations, their different commitments. Some are in a salon, some are not in a salon. Some are wanting to go into it full time. Some of them want it as a little side hustle. So I then created a spin-off for those that didn't want to go down the whole pathway of getting the government recognized qualification. And that is called the Course Creator Academy. And that is simply helping people create digital courses online. It's all about online. It's all about turning your information into an online course that you can sell.
That's brilliant, and that's a really, really good way, as you say, for people who might not want to go down that pathway, but it's a different way for people to still have another income stream.
Yeah.
So how much are each of those courses, and how can people sign up?
Yeah, okay, so the teacher training, so the full 12-week teacher training program is £3,000. However, I will just say, and I shouldn't say this, but I will, every time we open the doors for enrollment, which we only do 3 times a year, because I'm all about quality over quantity. I want to really nurture everyone through, when I get them ready for launch, because we talk about taking it from an idea to launch. So we go through a whole launch strategy. They have my marketing team at BBHQ. My team become their team when they have the little wobbles of technology. So we all know we're not very good with technology as well. So, you know, you borrow my team and we help you with your funnels and your sales pages and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because you're ultimately learning a whole new language. You're not talking to clients anymore. You're not attracting clients, you're attracting students. But the beauty of teaching is you go from making money on a one-to-one, as in like one client in front of you, And then you switch it up to what we call the one-to-many method. And the one-to-many method is when you could have 3, 4, 5, 8. My classes used to take 8 up until COVID. We brought that down to 6. Faces to one teacher. So you can just see how profitable and how lucrative it can become once you start scaling. So anyway, we open the enrollment 3 times a year. We always do it through a webinar. My next webinar is on the 17th of September. So for anyone who's listening now or on a replay on the grid later and is interested, even the thought of, you know, becoming an educator or creating an online course, join me on my next webinar, which is called Time to Teach, or I think it's something like, is it time to teach? On the 17th of September. So the investment in theory is £3,000. But if you join the webinar, I do give you quite a substantial discount. So, yeah. So that's the full 12-week training program. The spin-off, which is just a 6-week, all pre-recorded. You still get expert panel. You still get the public speaking module. You still get my coaching calls. You just don't get like the face-to-face live training day. You don't get the government recognised qualification. But the spin-off is £1,000. And both options.
Brilliant. So that's a really, really good way to do it as well. So for the webinar, where can people find the webinar?
Yeah. Well, if you either DM me here, the team will pick it up in the DMs on this account. Or if you just go through any of our assets, you will find the landing page. And actually, because that's in 2 weeks' time, you'll see my content now for the next 2 weeks talking about the webinar. So you'll find the link. It's in the bio. Basically, it'll be everywhere. You know, we wanted to bring in the payment plan. You know, we wanted to bring in ways for people to become educators without money being the problem. I wanted to remove the barrier. But the thing is, if you're feeling like you're fully booked in your salon, you can't make any more money unless you open the doors for longer hours. Who the hell wants to do that? Who wants to work more hours than necessary? So if you're feeling like you've hit that financial ceiling and you know that you're really good at what you do, or maybe even you've just lost your passion a little bit because you've been doing it a long time, you know there's more, you know, out there for you, then the investment is actually nothing, because the return on the investment is absolutely huge.
That all sounds really, really great. And if anyone's got any questions, then please send them over to Layla, and I'm sure she'll be more than happy to answer.
Oh, I must also just mention as well, Chloe, which I haven't mentioned. So apart from the fact that this is an industry exclusive, like no one else has actually done this teacher training program in our industry, which it includes, that was my hybrid of includes and covers at the same time. I just said in covers. Just made up a new word. It covers and it includes, you know, a whole dedicated module to public speaking. That's not only going to help them as educators, that's going to help in their salons, you know, with their social media, with their current businesses. We also have a whole dedicated module to leadership skills. You know, going into a classroom with students that think they know more than you if they're older than you. Maybe if it's like a workshop where it's a conversion or a fine-tuned refresher skills, where someone's been in the industry longer than you, maybe they're older than you. Those people exist, you know. You'll get students that are there that don't even want to be there, but mum and dad pay for the course, so they're kind of not really pulling their weight. You know, you've got the gobby ones, let's just say that. You've got the ones that need to be told to pipe down because you're trying to deliver a job and you don't want it to, you know, affect the experience of the ones that are showing up because they really, you know, are investing in their next career, you know. So we have a whole module as well on leadership skills for the classroom, because again, clients and students, different people, different language. And then the one thing I have to explain as well is that because I also have my distribution company, I've had that 18 years as well, Beauty Boss Headquarters, I actually offer all my ladies a discount on the student kits. So they go and then make another.
And that's another perk as well. So that's really, really great. And we've already had someone message to say they sent you a message. So yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, I'll pick that up.
Thank you so much, Layla. And this will be on our grid, so people can go back and replay it. But thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Chloe.
I
do love our
Thank you so
lives.
much for joining us. Great way to start the Monday morning.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you have a great
week. You have a great week.
Thanks,
Bye.
lovely. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
lovely. Bye, everybody.